In BJJ, rivalries aren't just about who wins and who loses. They're about who adapts. Meyram Alves and Diogo Reis have faced off multiple times, and with each match, the story between them started to shift, demonstrating just how small adjustments over time can completely flip the dynamic between two of the best in the game. Meyram Alves and Diogo Reis are two world-class black belts who are no strangers to the top of the podium. Meyram happens to be one of my favorite athletes to watch because of his unreal speed and submission-oriented game. I mean, in Portuguese, the guy's name is literally pronounced Mayhem, I think, which couldn't be any more accurate as it means chaos. Similarly, Diogo can also be very explosive, but is a little more strategic in his approach. In their young careers, the two met for the third time at the most recent BJJ Stars event, and the match between them wasn't even close, with Meyram all over the attack, sweeping and repeatedly passing Diogo on his way to a dominant win. But Meyram's dominant performance didn't come out of nowhere. It was a result of two prior matches that tested, challenged, and shaped the way he approached this rivalry. Their first match took place back in 2021, just a year into their black belt careers. It began with Meyram pulling guard and locking up his legs around Diogo while in combat base. Meyram then attempts the classic Roger Gracie tilt sweep by gripping the sleeve of the potential posting hand and bridging in that direction. But Diogo's able to defend by basing out to his right and securing the belt grip to help anchor himself and prevent the sweep. Meyram quickly bails and transitions to a hybrid lasso de la Riva setup where he tries to off-balance Diogo, but his base is solid. Although there were flashes of movement and small positioning battles, neither athlete was able to create any real breakthroughs throughout most of the 6-minute match. One of the few meaningful moments came closer to the end when Meyram undid the lasso, giving Diogo just enough space to launch a strong passing attempt, leading to a scramble that brought them both back to their feet. From there, Meyram attempts a throw that Diogo easily defends, wrestling him out of bounds, and in extra time, Diogo returns the pressure with his own takedown attempt, again, both going out of bounds. Overall, it was a short and largely uneventful match, but Diogo's aggression on top and the slight edge in stand-up exchanges earned him the decision victory. The main takeaway to note from this match was that although Meyram did have a couple sweep attempts, he was never able to capitalize on anything. But that would change in their second match, which took place the following year at the Pan Am Championships. To start, Meyram again pulls close guard, and just like in their first encounter, he locks his legs around Diogo while in combat base. And this is where we see Meyram's first adjustment. Remember how Diogo used the belt grip to anchor himself to Meyram and avoid the sweep? Well, this time, Meyram makes sure to first break the grip and attain control of Diogo's posting hand before bridging. With Diogo unable to anchor himself to Meyram or post to defend, this time, Meyram's able to hit the sweep right off the bat, coming up right into Diogo's single leg X guard. Meyram looks to escape by prying Diogo's foot off his hip, but Diogo underhooks Meyram's trapped leg before elevating him and transitioning right into the dreaded 50-50 lapel combo. Strategically speaking, this was a great strategy for Diogo. He knew how dangerous and quick Meyram is when passing, and so by utilizing 50-50, he'd be able to bring him to a halt. But unfortunately for Meyram and literally everyone watching, the next 9 minutes went just like this, with the two seesawing back and forth. Although Meyram would come out on top with the win as he seesawed back up with only 40 seconds to go, I'm sure he'd prefer that the razor-thin match had gone differently. But at least there was an improvement, as he'd made the proper adjustments to finish the sweep on Diogo. Now, he had to figure out how to disengage from Diogo's sticky guard and get on the offensive. It wouldn't be until 3 years later, at BJJ Stars 15, that they'd have their third and most recent match. Just like in their previous encounters, Meyram pulls guard, but this time, it was Diogo who makes the initial key adjustment. Having learned from the past, he tries to counter-attack the guard pull by immediately flaring his knee out as he circles towards Meyram's weak side. Meyram defends well, avoiding Diogo's shin pinning his leg, and then locking up the traditional close guard. From there, Meyram opens up and tries to secure the lasso, but Diogo does well at pressuring in and flaring the elbow out to prevent it, but gives up the De La Riva hook instead. And Meyram goes right to work, beginning a series of off balances by using sit-up De La Riva as he extends the foot on the hip, then shoots his leg under as he bumps Diogo back. To not fall, Diogo compensates by leaning forward, but Meyram takes advantage, using his reaction to get into a single X spider hybrid guard. With Meyram in a great sweeping position and with a strong pant grip on Diogo's far leg, he's just one bump away from coming up on top, but again finding himself in Diogo's single leg X. Shortly after, Diogo gets the underhook and goes for an inversion, ending up in 50-50 guard. Meyram immediately diminishes the back take and sweep threat by gripping Diogo's outside leg, and then begins to stand up, but Diogo searches for Meyram's free leg, forcing him back to his knees. It appears that for just a moment, Diogo begins playing a loose 50-50, undoing the figure 4 as he goes to break Meyram's pant grip. And at that exact moment, Meyram capitalizes, hipping in as he postures up to completely undo Diogo's 50-50. As Meyram stuffs the legs, Diogo attempts to invert, most likely to recover his guard, but Meyram reacts quickly, shucking Diogo's leg out of the way, nearly passing him. Although Meyram wasn't able to solidify the pass, the scramble allows him to disengage. He's now successfully swept Diogo and escaped the 50-50 that stalled him in their last match. Finally freed up, Meyram shifts gears into his signature long distance passing. From here, we see Meyram get his Toreando grips and go to work, moving side to side, transitioning to the weave pass, and then chasing Diogo down all the way to side control to finish. Diogo would escape and slap on a solid knee bar attempt, but Meyram defends and continues to blitz right into side control with another Toreando, and then yet again with a throw by towards the end of the match, securing the dominant 11-0 victory. It's insane to think that he passed Diogo's guard 3 times, which I'm pretty certain I've never seen his guard passed in competition before. What started as a closely contested rivalry between 2 elite black belts slowly transformed into a case study in adaptation. Meyram didn't just get better, he got smarter. With each match, he chipped away at the problems Diogo presented, refining his sweeps, solving the 50-50 puzzle, and as a result, unlocking the freedom to play his game. By the time they met at BJJ Stars, it wasn't just a win, it was a complete performance built on years of learning. Now guys, if you made it this far, then thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel and keep these videos coming, then please use my link down below to check out the many high quality instructionals on bjjfanatics.com, where there's always half off sales going on. Peace.